Good morning, everybody. Today we got a little project to do. Got a really very close friend of mine under my suggestion. Got him the Ontario machete. This is the bigger one, a 22-inch one. Pretty hefty beast, but shouldn't come with the greatest edge on it. So he asked me to put an edge on this for him. So we're gonna start on that project today. And I'll contact him and see if he don't mind after we get an edge on it. I want to see if he cares if we do a field test with it, but don't know yet until I ask him, because it is his. But stick with me here. We're going to fire up the belt grinder here and do some initial metal reduction and try to get somewhat of a bevel established on this thing. All right, guys, this is going to be a little loud, so I got the mic. I got it kind of perched up there on the tripod, so. Well, this is definitely going to take a while, guys, but we got a lot of meat right through there, especially up here. We're going to have to take off, but I'll make some progress on this and I'll get right back with you all. All right, we're moving on to the next part. We're going to take a mill file. We got a decent bit of metal took off there, so we had to go nice and slow. That way we didn't overheat the metal and ruin the temper. But we're going to take this file here and we're going to try to do some more of the finer work to get that down to where we start getting a good edge on it. So we'll readjust the camera here and I'll do a little bit of that for you guys to see. Okay, guys, nothing too complicated with this. We're simply just going to take the file here and I'm just going to go down the length of it. Now I can feel where the metal isn't quite even, and I can plane this out, if you will, kind of even up that grind job. Tap this on the wood a little bit, knock the shavings, metal filings out of the teeth of the file. That way she keeps cutting good. Now I'm going to do this process for a little while until I start to get this whole length of this plane relatively even, and then I can start working on beveling that over to where we're going towards your edge. And on the flip side, I'm literally just going to flip the machete over and I'm going to repeat that process. We're just going to come back with the machete. I'm going to start cutting into that. And I can, like I said, I can feel where the higher places are as I do this. So I'm going to do that to match up my grinds. That way it'll be a little more uniform and the machete will cut far better with a more uniform grind across it. And that's going to take a little while. Like I said, I didn't want to go too crazy with the belt sander because I didn't want to overheat the metal, and I didn't have anything big enough to dip the whole blade in to cool it down real fast. So going to do it this way, but it takes a little longer, but I think it's better just due to the nature of the fact that there's far less, and now using this, zero chance I'm going to overheat the metal. So we'll work on this, and then after we're done with the file work, I'll come back with the next phase. All right, guys, now we're going to start working on some edge work. And starting out, we're going to go through a couple different grits. I got these Harbor Freight a long time ago. These diamond impregnated honing stones, they call them, but it's aggressive enough. We can use this to start getting into the base sharpening on this, and then we'll work our way down in grit, and hopefully we get to the point where she's good and ready to go. Now you can do this as if you would do an axe. You can take this and you can come in and you repeat the process. Like I said, I'll do this a couple more times on each side, and I'll be checking to see how the burr's going. Then we'll switch down to a lower grit until we get down to something where we get a finer edge on this thing. We're starting to get her work down there. We got her down to our red. This is the fine, and she's took a little while. I'm not gonna lie, I had to spend quite a bit of time refining that. Yeah, I think it needed a little bit more time at the belt sander, to be honest with you. That will probably almost shave. We'll see. Not so, it's close. I got a little bit of hair there. It's definitely a far cry from what it was. It was not the greatest, to be honest with you. That factory edge on that, it had left a lot to be desired. This is also a 1075 still, by the way, guys, in this 22-inch version. I would have been stellar if they would have decided to kept it to 1095. However, there may be a method to that madness, given the size and weight. There's going to be a lot of heavy hit kind of force on with this machete, and maybe wanted a little bit softer steel to help avoid chip outs and stuff of that nature. I mean, I could see that being a thing. That's so close. It's almost wanting a proper shave. See if she will grab a fingernail real easy. Yeah, it's scraping that pretty good. Oh, I guess it'd probably help if I could get down in there closer so you can see what I'm doing now. A little bit of keratin right there coming off. And it definitely, it's biting. It's just about close enough for what it is, but I want to get it just a hair bit sharper. Like I said, I don't want to go too crazy with it. I mean, I don't want to make this thing end up, making a chip or a warp or something in the edge part of the steel, because, this is a 1075. It's not hateful. It's pretty good machete steel. Let's get that just a little bit more. You don't want to overdo it. I mean, after you'll get to the point where if you're trying to put an edge on something and you're finding you have to go back and forth each side, and your bird just keeps snapping off, and then it's dull again. That's usually an issue with the steel, 9 times out of 10. And that can happen to, good high end blades too, mind you. It's shaving a little bit. I might leave it there because we are getting some hair shaved off there. I don't want to push it. However, we'll need to, I contacted my friend. He said, yeah, I could do a field test on this. So maybe the day after you guys see this video, I'll post the field test video for y'all. So look forward to seeing this the day after. Yeah. So with that, everybody, thank you all for watching. I appreciate your views, and I'll see y'all in another video.